What's up, Pisces? It's Ruby. How are you guys doing? We're getting ready to do urgent messages from Spirit for you. This reading could resonate for you just in the title. So if the future title resonates for you, then it doesn't really matter if you have a lot of Pisces in your chart because we have everything. We have all of it. All of it. All right, but this is going to be basically for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Pisces signs. And this one is definitely high-level soulmate, twin flame related, because what Spirit was saying to me beforehand had a lot to do with, they were saying they've sent you a lot of signs about this. Like you might be seeing this person's name, you might be getting some sort of other spiritual guidance. I'm hearing license plates, things like that, where you're seeing numbers, animals related to them. So if frogs mean something to the other person, you're just like being inundated with frogs, things like that are happening. So Spirit is saying they're giving you signs and it's your turn to trust. It's your turn to trust that you've got enough signs now. Like basically there comes a point in thinking where you think to the point where you're just like, there's no more thinking to do. There's no more planning to do. There's no more evaluation to do because now the time is now. And so it's all about like acceptance of all these signs and all these synchronicities and these things that you're getting. Okay, so I'm going to find out more. Let's get some cards for you, Pisces. So just remember, timing is fluid. This is what Spirit wants you to know about right now for whatever reason. It just could play out a little bit later for you. So if you see this reading later, this message could still be for you. Okay. All right, let's get a couple cards for you. All right. The kiss of death. Inevitable fall. Damaging association. False sense of security. Betrayal disguised as support. So you're getting signs about something else too, okay? And on the bottom here, I'm seeing light it up. And what I just saw was, you know, in the movies when they have like somebody who's getting ready to leave something that they want to get rid of, or they're leaving a crime scene, or they're like finally leaving that bad situation that they're in. And they like pour the gasoline on and then they're smoking the cigarette. And then they walk away and you just watch them and they're just like, and they flick the cigarette out. And then all of a sudden it just like explodes behind them. But of course they don't start running because they're way too cool for that. They're just like walk as the flames like come up behind them and the explosion happens. Okay. And so like this lighted up says huge impact, infusing life, starting something. But it's like, it's gotta blow up that thing from the past. It's gotta blow up that other mindset. It's gotta blow up that other whatever it is in order to start this new thing. So it's like the kiss of death where you're just like, mwah, and then you take your cigarette and you're like that. You flick it and then it's gone, right? That's what I'm really getting, because this was betrayal disguised as support that you were getting, you know, these messages about as well. You were getting the warning signs from this other thing that you're involved with. So this could be like a job, whatever it is. But whatever you need to get rid of, ooh, interesting. My guys just said the tower is the lesson. Okay. So facing the tower, creating the tower, or allowing, like going with the energy of the tower is the lesson that you were always supposed to do. Because this is an inevitable fall, inevitable ending that's going to happen. This was it was built on a false foundation, which is the tower. That's why that we have this kiss of death energy. And it was a false sense of security from the very beginning. Have you ever heard that phrase, like, it's hard to do while I'm channeling, but that phrase where it's like it's more dangerous to stay than it is to go. You know, people think they're so safe in the situations that they're choosing to stay in. Well, not necessarily, okay? Because things are just going to continue to get worse, okay? Yeah, and there's my dogs going crazy. There's my dogs going crazy out of nowhere. Okay, so something is going to get worse. Let's get more here for this kiss of death energy. You've seen the signs. You know it's supposed to end. Message in the stars, and I'm just seeing this thing that says rise, rise. Feeling connected to the universe, seeing signs all around you. That's what I'm saying. The universe has shown you these signs. They are yours. They are real. Do you believe them? Nostalgia trap. That's right. Okay. And then they're showing me these here. Look how similar these two people are. It almost looks like it's the same scenario here. So it's like you're yearning for what you wanted this other thing to be, the thing that you're getting ready to blow up or leave. You're yearning for what that could have been, what you thought that thing was going to be when you got yourself involved with it back in the day, right? The kiss energy. So only remembering the good memories, dismissing the bad memories. This is see how it's a chain to the belief that you had around it when you first got yourself involved with that thing. Okay. And so you have to be careful with that because it can turn into delusion, right? And Spirit is saying, like, if you are to stay, if you end up staying in this instead of choosing to leave it, the lesson was in the tower. So if the lesson is in the tower and you don't go, you're stuck in this nostalgia trap. You're stuck in a false reality of what this was going to be. Okay. Interesting. All right. So let's get another card here. They're wanting me to use just the standard oracle deck instead of the romance one. I think they want to get something out of this deck here. It was a false sense of security that you were always supposed to leave. I got 2 cards. Yeah, because it creates higher wisdom. These are the lessons that we learn as we make these decisions for our life. So once these lessons are over, you're supposed to gain your wisdom and then you're supposed to move on from those situations. Explore options, learn what you can, and then expand your horizons. And the next one we have is the Emerging Dawn card. Okay. Trust that every ending is another beginning in disguise. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is, right? It's a new beginning. You have to turn the page. You have to bring in the tower. It was the lesson all along for you to do that, to not fight it, to not stay stuck. Ooh. They're saying plug you back in. So I think they're talking about the Matrix. So it's like, what will happen if you don't leave? This inevitable fall, because we all have free will, right? But there comes a point at which the time has run out, and then if you choose to stay, it just kind of turns into being plugged back in. All right, I'm getting the tarot out now. What is your card here? They're showing me the Rise card that says message. There's a message in the stars. So do you look at the stars at night? Do you look at the night sky? Feeling connected to the universe, seeing the signs all around you. Because we're talking a lot about the past and talking about turning the pages. Thank you, Spirit. The devil. Yeah. The devil. The devil is what holds us back. The devil is the fear. The devil is the nostalgia trap. I mean, these are chains here. You can see specifically with this one. They're just ropes. They're like haphazardly tied ropes chained to a skull. 5 of Wands. Yeah, conflict. So this is like inner conflict, but also being chained to a conflict, being chained. See, we have the chains here and the chains here. So this is yearning for the past, preventing growth. It's holding you back from being able to rise. That's what it is. That's why they're showing me the rise card. This is extremely important if you want to move forward in your life, that you are able to bring this tower in. Guys, on the split, we have the tower. Tower, 7 of Pentacles. So this is like you have invested in something that you are going to choose to blow up. You're choosing to blow this up. You're choosing to light this cigarette, dump the gasoline, and flick the cigarette onto what you have yourself created. It's like burning down your own house, you know, figuratively. But it could be like a house, a home, something that has been built for you. This could be another relationship. Let's see what we got. So the tower's here. Death, 2 of Cups. So again, with this nostalgia trap, you can't have the real thing if you don't get rid of the betrayal. They're showing me the inevitable fall, the damaging association, the false sense of security. If you don't get rid of that, if you don't bring the tower in, you can't have the real thing. You can't have it. Spirit is not going to let it happen, and they're going to continue to put things in your way, so you can have like financial traps that happen where if you're not I know a lot of people have talked about this with karmic relationships. When the relationships you've learned all the lessons and you've gone through all the things that you're supposed to do, if you do not move on from this relationship, and this one has been gone and long gone, okay? And you have gained your higher wisdom. You have learned what you can. And because you're not choosing yet to expand your horizons, Spirit will continue to bring in more towers to you in your life. And it's your decision because you do have free will. But do you really want to be under judgment? Do you really want to be under spiritual judgment? Okay. Can you tell me a little bit more about this double energy? Spirit wants you to rise from this. This could be past energy too. 9 of Swords. It's causing so much anxiety for you. So many sleepless nights. You could really have a hard time at night. Because I'm seeing this devil is also showing up in the nighttime energy. Showing up in this nighttime energy. Messages in the stars. That's right. Message in the stars. That's what they're showing me. So you're getting a lot of these signs at night. So you might be having anxiety at night. You might be getting up. I can see somebody like looking through the window. They definitely have their pajamas on, but they just have this haphazard look on their face. Like I see a man, a physical male, but it can be anyone where your hair is kind of messed up and you look kind of out of it and just kind of looking out the window, like wanting something else, wanting something more. Okay. Yeah, 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles. So walking towards wish fulfillment, walking away, turning your back on this thing, you know, towards something that's reciprocal, something that's equal give and take for you. That's what this emerging dawn is. This darkness is going to come to an end. Okay, so let's get some advice for you for this tower energy. Let's get some advice for this tower energy. 1 card for this tower to start, please. 1 card for this tower to start. Thank you, Spirit. The Wheel of freaking Fortune and the Empress is on the bottom. Okay, so like I said at the beginning of this reading, okay, there is fate and destiny. And you are taking control when you choose to spin this wheel of destiny, the Wheel of Fortune. It's because you are going to be taking matters into your own hands, and the lesson is in the Tower. They also just said that in the Tarot, the Star card comes after the Tower, and they're saying the message in the stars. It is in starting this tower's demise, lighting this match, throwing the cigarette on something. It is like as though it is the spark to create healing and hope and wish fulfillment for your future, right? The spirit is just waiting for you to make this decision, okay? And what's coming in for you that you don't see, because that's the underneath energy, is the Empress, is growth, is expansion, right? And I also think that you are feeling a longing and a pull towards another person, somebody who exemplifies the energy that's not just a nostalgia trap, but something that's actually real, okay? So tell me more about this Tower, this Wheel of Fortune that is coming in once the Tower goes down. Tell me a little bit more about this, please, Spirit. Three of Pentacles. So again, you're going to be able to rebuild your life. This is somebody who you might have to leave a lot of things behind in order to make this work out. But you are going to have other people. Yeah, this is you making this decision, right? You making this decision, you going in and saying things how they are, telling the truth of a situation, making decisions as a king energy that's for the best and good of all. Collaboration, community. There's other people here that are going to help you rebuild your life after this happens. Okay. And you also have the backing of Spirit. And this is tangible because we have Pentacles here. Okay. All right. What else here? Four of Pentacles. Okay. And the Seven of Wands. Six of Wands. And Four of Wands. Wow, lots of wand energy here. Okay. So this is somebody who is holding on or holding back from something. Okay. So this is like the miser of the tarot. So this is about holding on to what you want and not holding back from what you want as well, right? Not keeping your heart closed. You have to stand up, right? If you want to have something that's real, if you want to rebuild a home somewhere else, because this can be moving, this can be portal energy, this can be twin flame and soulmate. If you want to have this victory, you have to stand up and fight with this Seven of Wands energy. Okay, standing up and fighting. All right. You're getting the help from Spirit. You are a weary traveler. I had got that in one of my other recent readings. The weary traveler energy of the exhaustion, the overwhelm. I am getting really strong Aries, Leo, Sag energy here. Okay. And Capricorn. Thank you, Spirit. And then we also had King of Swords. Okay. So that's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Again, with this Five of Wands. You are going to have people that are going to come at you. And that is part of why you haven't made this decision as of yet. You are going to have to pick up your wand and you're going to have to get in there and you're going to have to defend this. Okay. You're going to have to defend what you want to have. Okay. This could be fighting against an establishment. This could be fighting against something that's contractual. This could be fighting against the way that people view you and like your reputation. Again, higher wisdom, because you have gained higher wisdom. You are the Hierophant here as well for yourself. Okay, they want me to use a character card real quick. It's time to rise. Careerist, dreamer of grand schemes, vision, cunning, machination, and aspiration. So you have like, this is like the look. This is the look. You know exactly what you have to do. And I'm just kind of, right now, I'm just getting this feeling of, when you're at the starting line of a race, right? And you have all these people that are kind of stretching and they're getting their shoes together and they're shaking their legs out and they're doing all of these things, right? And you're getting ready to get at the starting line. And this is the look you have, okay? Because you have the vision, you have the knowing, you have what you need to have from Spirit at this point. It's a matter of when that when that moment happens, when you decide you're going to create this, you have it all planned out anyway, because you've already thought about this 80 bajillion times by now. But this is the look you have. This is the look of knowing. This is the look. This is the kind of look that bursts through the devil. Okay? Because this is not going to have anyone stop them. It's very strong energy. And I'm getting very similar energy to the strength card, honestly, because you have the aspiration, you have the dreamer of these, it says grand schemes, but basically you have done all of the research now at this point. It's a matter of bursting through it. Through, you know, the only way over is through. And that's what I'm getting very much for you. All right. Let's get a couple messages from this person, this Empress energy that is in this 5D that you haven't really had this kiss energy yet with. Kind, giving, loving. You've made me want to be the best version of myself. I am asserting the mastery of my higher self. So you and this person, remember this can be interchangeable, are both in this energy. You are both in the mastery energy of your higher selves, working toward your higher self, right? It says underneath, no one has ever made me want to change my behavior until I met you. Again, this can be you or them. They're going to aspire you to do more, to be higher, to be a better version of yourself. Okay, they're not going to be doing this for you. They're going to allow you to stand in your own sovereignty, right? So this is very much like power couple type energy that I'm getting for you. All right, Pisces. So that's what Spirit wants you to know right now. Please like, share, and subscribe. You can send me an email. You can also do private readings. I have Zoom that are live readings, and I also have pre-recorded readings you can get from my information in the description box. Thank you so much for being here, and if this is where we leave it, I will see you on the next one.